What's up, everyone? It's Marion with Restoring Ghettos Forgotten, and I'm here today with a short conversational piece about living and how we need to be living now. If you haven't done so already, please click and subscribe on my YouTube channel for more real talk, informative videos. So I'll get right into it. I'm coming today with this video because I thought it was imperative for me to encourage people that may be going through some really tough times right now. We know that we have a lot of high inflation. We know that many people are working the same jobs, making the same money, but everything is inflated. So we feel as though, you know, hey, we need a break. We need to have some type of relief. But this is me saying that you have to trust God. You have to keep going, and you have to keep doing the right thing so that you can put the right karma or energy out there so that you'll reap the benefits of that. And I say karma a lot because not everybody believes the same thing that I believe in, but I do believe that if you put good out into the world, you're going to get that back. So continue to do so regardless of how hard it may be. And I just wanted to encourage you guys, and I think I may have missed, if you haven't done so, please click subscribe for my YouTube channel. But I'll get right into it. I just wanted to encourage everyone to let you know that we need to be living now, you guys. Let's not wait until things improve. Let's not wait until the next big job or the next relationship or the next friendship or the next something. Let's find the joy that God has already placed inside of our hearts right now, today. And let's live our lives to the fullest, because nothing is promised. There are people that wish they had a second breath that passed away yesterday. There are people that are on their deathbeds right now that wish they had another day to look forward to. So I say it's slapping God's face when we get up in the morning and not find any type of gratitude towards just being alive. When you're alive and well, you have the decision. You can make the decision and the choice to change your life for the better. When you're ready, we can change it. If we're tired of the same old pay and the same old jobs, then maybe we need to take a course. Then maybe we need to get another trade. Then maybe we need to work, I don't know, a second job, or maybe we need to study. Maybe we need to grow ourselves more, so that we can be more of a contribution to this life, or to our employers, or to other people, so that we can evolve and grow and actually have the things that we desire and we want to come to us. We have to put in work for that, y'all. We can't just say, oh, this is what I want, but we're not doing anything to work towards the goals and the things that we want. So this is me I want to encourage us all, because we're all going through it right now, to encourage you that we can still have joy in our lives and go through some tough times. We can make it through this difficulty, you guys. But we're going to have to change our mindset, and we're going to have to become more optimistic about it. And we need to live now, not later. Live now. What made me decide to live now is my mother passing away. I was going on this cruise, and I say, Mom, I would love for you to go on this cruise. I think you deserve it. I think you should go and, you know, have you some relaxation time. And I was trying to talk her into going on this cruise, and she said, you know what, I'm not going to go this year, but I'll go next year. Next year never came for her. She passed away not soon after that. So this is me trying to encourage the people that let's live now, let's enjoy now, let's find joy, the joy that God put inside of us. Let's bring that out, and let's show that to other people, because today is meant to be lived, not survived. We need to start thriving, you guys. We need to appreciate the life that God gave us by living and enjoying our lives right now. Even in the midst of whatever we're going through, let's try to dig inside and find gratitude. I remember some of the toughest points in my life where I couldn't find like very much to be thankful for, and that was some really hard times for me. But I was always thankful that I woke up in the morning. So when I would get up, I would always say, thank you, Lord, for this beautiful day. Thank you for this gift of life. If that's all I ever had, that was enough for me to continue on. So I'm encouraging someone, if it's real tough for you right now, always find joy in the fact that you were given one more day, and that one more day could change your life forever. You just never know. I love how God works. I love how he works. I love how you could be down to your last, or I love how one day you don't even think about you're gonna make it to the next day, and then you make it to the next day, and the next day is it's glorious. God has answered all your prayers in that next day. But had you gave up the day before, you would have never seen it. So that's what I'm trying to do now, is encourage everybody to find some optimism, find the joy that God has put inside of you, and celebrate that, and take that and run with it. And God is also putting power in us to make changes for the better. He's given us that power. All we got to do is dig deep down inside and pull it up out of us. We want to change our circumstances. You may have to do something you've never done before, and watch how God moves and walks in your life. If there's something that you're holding on to that's stopping you from moving forward, then it may be time for you to let that thing, whatever that is, go. And trust God. Surrender. We need to start surrendering a lot of stuff that we can't fix, because we're human. We all fall short. We're never going to be perfect. But there's some things we can give to God and he can fix them. So it may be time to surrender some of those things that we're trying to hold on to or trying to fix ourselves that we haven't been able to fix. So I hope this makes sense. I just want to encourage people on today. And I want to encourage you to live your life today, because you never know what could happen tomorrow. We're not promised tomorrow. We're not promised next year. Let's try to make the best out of each and every day that we're here on the planet Earth. And how we do that, sometimes we have to take the focus off of ourselves and put it on others. And then sometimes with praying for other people, with encouraging other people and giving to other people, it actually helps us. It actually heals us in certain ways that we would never know. So let's try focusing on other people. Let's try living in today, being more in the present moment, and giving glory and honor to God for just being here another day, finding something grand about that day. So that's what this encouragement is about. It's about, let's live now, you guys. And I'll just go back to something. I always try to give an example of my personal life that kind of tie into the things that I'm trying to put out. And so I'll go as far as, there used to be a time when I would let people guilt me into things, how they thought I should live my life, or they thought everybody else should live their lives. And I no longer adopt to that ideology. I believe that sometimes people do things to make life more bearable. It just depends on what they've been through, what they've experienced. So who are we to judge them for deciding to live a certain way? We can't judge. Only God can judge us. We don't have the power or the authority to judge other people, or even judge or condemn ourselves. Only God can do that. As long as we're doing the best that we possibly can with the life that we are given, I think that's enough. And I get so sick and tired of condemnation, because if you really believe in Jesus Christ, you know that there is no condemnation in those who are in Christ Jesus. Now, that's not a pass to sin and to be the worst people on the planet. Of course not, because if you really love and honor God and reverence God, you're going to be more like him. You're going to want to please him with your life. So it's not a pass, but it's also letting people know you're not going to ever be perfect. There's always going to be something that we need to do to be better people, to become better people. So let's stop with the perfect bull crap, man. Let's stop with it, because you'll never get there. You can strive towards it, but you'll never be perfect. So stop letting people condemn you. Stop letting people try to control you with their religious bull crap, because it's a lot of it out there. And just live how God has put in. See, and that's why it's so important for us to have a personal relationship with God, because then we'll know right from wrong. We know how we should live. We know what purpose he's given us and what we need to be doing for him, so that we won't be carried away by every other ideology. There are so many people right now today. There's a lot of end time preachers out there and a lot of end time messages, and I'm okay with that, because if that's what they believe is happening, why the world is getting so crazy, then maybe that's what it is. But I'm not going to live my last days in fear. I'm going to live my life to the fullest if that's the case. But I see so many people that has adopted the end time conversation or the end time messages that they're crippled and they're paralyzed. They don't go outside, some of them. They don't fellowship with their families anymore. They're scared to make decisions. They're depressed. They're worried. They're anxiety stricken. They have no peace because they're thinking every decision they make is going to take them to hell. Why? Because that's all they put inside their psyche every day. They're looking at these videos about the end time. They're looking at these videos about going to hell. They're looking at these videos about all this condemnation that's going to fall upon us. And they're not living. They're not even barely surviving. They're in hiding. And it hurts my heart and it breaks my heart to see so many of my people scared to death to walk outside their front door, to make a decision, a conscious decision, to do something different to bring joy into their lives. They can't do it. It's something wrong with that. And we need to make sure we're trying to encourage the people that has adopted this type of ideology to help them understand that God is, he's not the person of fear. Like, he doesn't create the fear. So fear is not of God. So where is fear coming from? It's coming from the religious sects that the different sections of religion that's trying to control people, that's trying to, one way or another, there's going to be something that they gain from taking your joy and your peace, because God wants us to have peace and joy. He wants us to live freely. That's why he gave us free will. But there are people that want to take your free will from you and control you for whatever reason, but I don't think it's of God. So that's just my little message. I want to encourage people right now that's going through, that doesn't know what they're going to do from day to day. I say trust God, and I say do that with the optimism and the power that God has put inside of you to make a conscious decision to change something about you, not the rest of the world, but you. Because if each and every one of us change something about us, we become better people. We can make a better contribution towards life. And if we all do that, things would improve drastically. We cannot do any of this alone. We cannot do it. Was talking to a friend last night, and I was so encouraged because they're going through something that's traumatic, and yet their family unit is so strong, and it's just so beautiful because they're all coming together and they're loving each other and they're supporting each other and they're there for each other, and it brought hope to my heart. But I don't see that in my family. And I want that back. I feel as though when my grandmother passed on, she passed on too early. And then my mom passed on too early. And nobody's taking over those roles. And I always thought I was a little bit too young to take on those roles. But I try the best that I can because I'm still supporting my children and taking care of them and trying to do what I need to do to take care of myself. So I'm like, oh, this is a lot of responsibility. How can I do it all? But if we come together as a family, we can do it together. And so when I seen that they were doing that, I was like, oh Lord, that gives me hope. And it made my heart feel so at peace because I know that it's out there, and I want that for my family, and I want that for everybody else's family. We need to stop with whatever disagreement, whatever stuff that we don't agree with each other. We need to let that stuff go and grow and be there for each other to the best of our abilities, because we really do need each other. One day we may face a tragedy or something that we're going to need to pull together as a unit, as a race of people. And so we need to start dealing with that right now. I just believe that. I'm done, but this is just a message to encourage people that are going through all the craziness of this world, high inflation, the wars, and the famine, and it's been so hot. Vegetation, the sea is it's hotter than it's ever been ever. It's just so much going on. We have to stay grounded in God, and we need each other. We need to have more unity so that we can help each other out, and we're going to get beyond this. I really believe that. I love you guys. Never forget to love yourself, love God first, love yourself, and love others. The golden rule: do unto others as you would have them do unto you. If you don't believe in what I believe in, it's okay. Start putting more good karma out there so that you can get good karma back. Stop just doing bad crap and thinking, just throwing it up in the air. Because I guarantee you, there are some people out there that's just giving up, and all they do is bad, and they put a lot of bad in the world, and all that bad is just coming back to them. But not only is it coming back to them, it's coming back to their families, it's coming back to the people that love them, it's coming back to the people that are connected to them, because they're close to you. What we do, it affects the people that love us, it affects the people that are around us. So we need to be more responsible by how we respond to life and what stuff we put out there, especially when we got people connected to us, because you could do something wrong and it could affect one of your children, or it could affect one of your grandchildren, or your friend, somebody that had nothing to do with what you've done. So we are responsible not only for ourselves, but for other people. So that's just a thought. I want to put that out there because a lot of people don't get it. They think they could just live their lives any kind of way and it's not going to affect the people around them. But sometimes it affects the people around them even more. And that's irresponsibility, because we have a responsibility to love others and to love the people around us, not hurt them. And if you're not going to love them, don't hurt them. You know? That's my little soap opera. I'm off of it. Thank you guys for checking out my video. I really appreciate you. I love you guys. I wish nothing but blessings and abundance upon each and every one of you. I pray that if you're in need of anything, that God meets all your needs afresh through the total sufficiency of Yahshua's name. I thank you. I love you, and I appreciate you. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.